sometimes these places can be a cluster fuck. And that's the way it was tonight. I rolled into this place that has 85 parking, but I rolled in late for Love's. It's not late, but it's late for Love's. It was after 5. Usually after 5, it's hit and miss, and I thought this would be a hit because out in the middle of nowhere. We're on 75 in Tennessee, just outside of Chattanooga, just north of Chattanooga, by about 50 miles. But there's nothing around. And so when I rolled in here, you know, I could have stopped at a Love's up the road, another 30 miles back, and it had 100 plus parking. I would have probably found parking. So I rolled in here thinking, yeah, we should be good. It's in the middle of nowhere. Well, we weren't good. We are over here in Linden, New Jersey. I think that's how you say it anyways, Linden, New Jersey. That's how it looks like it's spelled anyways. At Linden, I think it's called Linden Bulk Tanks or Linden Tanks or something like that. We were picking up a couple of tanks. I'm not exactly sure which ones we're getting, but they're tanks from what I can see around me. They're tanks that are in like a enclosure, I guess you'd say. I don't know. When we get loaded, I'll show you pictures what we're looking at. But I can't use straps on this one. They don't want no straps across the tank itself, so they want me to chain it. We're going to chain it from the bottom, is what they said. So we just got here. It's like 11:30, and there's a few trucks here. There's a bunch of trucks getting unloaded, and there's 2 or 3 that I think is getting loaded. I don't know how fast they are, if we're going to be here for a while. But when we get loaded, we're going to chain this thing down, head down the road. I got 5 or 6 hours of drive time, so we're going to see. I don't know exactly where we're going to stop at yet, but I think we can get down to either Tom's Brooks, Virginia, or maybe even Harrisonburg, Virginia, to that mom and pop truck stop. I think we got enough drive time to get down there. We'll have to wait and see how much time we're going to roll over for tomorrow. This load is going to Channel View, Texas, I think is the name of it, and it's about 1,500 and some change in miles for a Friday delivery. Between, I'll look at the paperwork, but it delivers on Friday. So picking up Tuesday and delivering on Friday, about 1,600 miles to Texas. So that's what we got. When we get loaded, we'll chain this thing down and we'll go from there. So again, sorry about the lighting here, but it is after dark. We are over here in Hancock, Maryland. We got loaded up in Linden tanks with them 2 tanks. And we loaded pretty quick, actually. Just took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take to chain it down. We were still out of there at 1 o'clock, but till we come out through Pennsylvania and down, it was pretty much dark when we got here. So we're shut down for the night. We're going to take a 10-hour break here. We ran 390 miles today, and that would have been, we had to go get fuel. So I had to run like 40 miles, and it was the opposite way. So I had to run like 40 miles, get fuel, and then it was like 60 or 70 miles over to where I got loaded at, and I got there about 11:30. And I think I pulled out about 1:30, something like that. And then from there, down to Hancock. I wanted to go a little bit farther. I wanted to try to get down to Harrisonburg, but it was 7 o'clock at night. That was another almost 2 hours of driving, and I just decided to shut her down there. So anyways, we're going to try to roll out here about 5:30 in the morning tomorrow morning, and we're going to head down through Virginia and down into Tennessee. So that's the plan. 1,300 and I think it's like 89 miles. It's behind my thing and I'm not pulling it back. 1,389 I think is where we're at right now. We got to deliver this on Friday between 7 and 3, I believe. I have to look at the paperwork again. I just rolled in and shooting a video and get ready to call it evening. So anyways, that's what we got. It's going to be a tight one. We'll see what we can do. We're running on recaps. We're always running on recaps. So that's what we got. We'll go from there. favorite spot to park? Not really. Sometimes these places can be a cluster fuck. And that's the way it was tonight. I rolled into this place that has 85 parking, but I rolled in late for Love's. It's not late, but it's late for Love's. It was after 5. Usually after 5, it's hit and miss, and I thought this would be a hit because out in the middle of nowhere. We're on 75 in Tennessee, just outside of Chattanooga, just north of Chattanooga, by about 50 miles. But there's nothing around. And so when I rolled in here, you know, I could have stopped at a Love's up the road, another 30 miles back, and it had 100 plus parking. I would have probably found parking. So I rolled in here thinking, yeah, we should be good. It's in the middle of nowhere. Well, we weren't good. I rolled around the parking lot. There was no spots. But I pulled in, and as I pulled in, I was sitting waiting on the line to get to the fuel island. People's in line, and I was sitting waiting to get to the fuel island. I wasn't going to the fuel island, but the trucks in front of me was. So I had to wait. And while I was waiting, the truck pulled out. I was like, oh, there's my spot. So I put my truck in front of me and blocked it so no one else could take it until the line cleared out. I tried to do a setup, but there was a truck sitting in front of me over here, and he's just sitting there, and he was in the way. I couldn't do my setup right. I didn't have enough room to get away, so when I started to back in, my trailer was going right through the truck beside it, and I needed to be up farther. And he was just sitting there in the way, and he wasn't moving. So I'm like, there's no way I'm putting this in here. I have to give this spot up. I got to go around and redo a setup, or see if I can get him to move. So I pulled forward and got out around him. And just as I got around him and coming back this way, the other way, he pulled up to go take the spot that I went out of. I was like, I guess that's what he's doing. He pulled up out of the way. Well, I had to stop because there's a truck in front of me trying to get fuel still. So I was sitting waiting, and while I was sitting waiting, another truck in another spot pulled out, and I waved him out, so there was another spot for me right there. So I pulled in front of it and blocked it again so no one would take it, and then I waited for all the fuel island, which was about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes for it to clear out, and I had a big spot. I set this thing up and dropped it right in. Got lucky is what it was, because if I'd have been here 10 minutes later, there ain't no spots, and I've been looking just to see, you know, if anyone's leaving. Nobody's leaving. So if I'd have got here 10 minutes later, I'd be making circles around the parking lot, or else I'd be back on the road, heading down the road. And I only have an hour left to drive. So there's some trucks leaving, but man, as soon as they leave, well, there's one leaving right now. I mean, there's people leaving, but there's a truck pulling in as he's leaving, so that spot's gone. This guy's pulling out, and as he's pulling out, another truck just pulled around the corner, and it's gonna take that spot. That's how quick. Like, you gotta be there. Like I was. I got lucky. Basically 2 spots. But if I'm over on the other side of the building, by the time I get over here, it's gone. So it's good. I don't know. I got lucky. But anyways, we're over here. It says on my Qualcomm we're in Cleveland, Tennessee, but I know. I guess that's what it's called, but on the actual app it's a different name, the name of the town, I don't know what, but it says Cleveland, Tennessee. Just north of Chattanooga on 75, exit 32, is I think? Yeah, that's right. And we drove 561 miles today, left Hancock, Maryland this morning at a little bit later than I wanted to. I actually wanted to be on the road about 5:30, but didn't work out that way. I didn't leave closer to 7. And if I left at 5:30, I'd have been here another hour and a half earlier, and it might not have been the situation that I had, but we still worked it out. We still got 840 miles to go. We're going to be tight. We are going to be tight. It delivers on Friday between like 8 and 3 or maybe 8 and 5. And we're going to run, we're only rolling an hour over today, which means we're only picking up 7 tomorrow. So we're only going to have 8 hours to drive tomorrow. Well, we ain't going to have that. We'll probably have like 7 hours. So we're going to get like maybe 400 miles tomorrow. So we're gonna be probably, hopefully we can get a little bit more than 400, but on 7 hours it's gonna be tight to get any more than about 420. We're gonna be almost 400 miles out for Friday morning to make this delivery. We're gonna have to drive all day. I'm gonna pick up 8 hours on Friday, and I'm gonna use all 8 of them just to get to the delivery. Once I get this load off, I ain't gonna have no time to even go find parking, let alone go pick up another load. That's how tight my time is running on these recaps. That's what you got sometimes. So hopefully it's going to be that close. Hopefully we don't end up being like an hour short and we run out of time 15 minutes to 20 minutes before we get to the delivery, and we're just sitting there, like we can't make the delivery. Then we're going to be stuck there till Monday. with this thing on. So I'm gonna call my DM tomorrow and let her know the situation. Tomorrow is Thursday. I would call her tonight, but they're already gone. So I'll send a message in the morning, and I'll give her a call like tomorrow on my half-hour break. Just give her heads up. This is a situation. It's gonna be super close. I should be able to make it, but chance that I might not. We'll see what happens. But hey, that's where we are. We're gonna take a 10-hour break here. I'm gonna roll off super early tomorrow. Well, not super early, like 5:30. And that way we can be where we need to be shut down by like 1:30, 2 o'clock. That way I don't have to worry about fighting for parking. If there's a Flying J, I'll just go to the Flying J. There's always way more parking at the Flying J. I'll just go over there and I won't have to fight with spots. And if I do, then they always got reserves so you can buy a spot. That's what makes the Flying J's nice. Anyways, that's what we got. That's all I got. We'll go from there. We are over in Poplarville, Mississippi on I-59 at the Lowe's. We ran, we left this morning at about 5:30? Yeah, 5:36. Something like that. But we only had 7 hours to run today. So we only ran 457 miles. I am up against my 70-hour clock. I got 40 minutes left on my 70-hour clock. And it delivers tomorrow. And I got something in my freaking tooth and it's starting to, it's bugging me. Just ate. I went in and took a shower. I got here. I usually don't take a shower on the day before I'm going to deliver, because more than likely I'm going to deliver then go pick up a load and get nasty. But I just got in here and I was like, I didn't take a shower. So I went in and got a shower and got something to eat because I was starving already. I cannot shot this video. So we are 384 miles out right now. So we're leaving at like 4:30 in the morning, I think. I told him I'd be there by 12. But I think I can be there before that. We're picking up 8 hours. We're gonna have 8 hours, 56 minutes, almost 9 hours we're gonna have tomorrow. Should take us about 6.5 to get there. So if I leave at 4:30, I should be there between like 11 or something like that. I don't know. It depends on traffic, but there's not a lot going through here. So anyways, that's what we got. When I get over there tomorrow, I'm only gonna have like 2 hours of drive time. I'm probably not gonna get a load. I already talked to my DM and told them that I'm only gonna have like 2 hours, maybe even less than that, when I get unloaded. So I probably won't be able to pick up a load. The other problem is we're picking up 6 hours on Saturday, so that'll be enough. Because if we roll anything over from Friday, yes, 45 minutes, anything 45 minutes or more, it's gonna give us like 7 hours for Saturday, which is fine. And then Sunday we're picking up like 11. So we're trying to get to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to the terminal. So we're in Houston. We're 700. When I deliver tomorrow, we'll be 700 miles out, and I'm supposed to be in Tulsa on Monday. So pick up a load Saturday. You'd have Saturday, Sunday, 2 days. You can do 700 miles in 2 days. I can do 700 miles in 2 days. Almost do it in 1 day. So that's what we got. We're gonna get over here, get these 2 tanks off tomorrow, and we'll go from there.